La, la, la. Hey, yeah, yeah.
Welcome back to Daytime Ottawa. Right now we're going to be juicing or making smoothies and packing all of that nutritious information, nutritious content into our bodies, because our next guest is a cancer fighting coach, and her name is Michelle Thibodeau. She is a holistic nutritionist, cancer fighting coach, and also she's the owner of New Healings Nutrition. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for inviting me.
Well, you're going to be doing something really cool. You're going to be showing us how to make a great smoothie, great for our bodies, but for a good reason, of course. Tell us what you do as a cancer coach.
Well, these days, almost everybody knows someone who's been diagnosed with cancer. Normally, the next steps when you're diagnosed are chemo, radiation, surgery, that type of thing. And unfortunately, statistics are showing that about 1 in every 2.5 Canadians is going to develop cancer at some point in their lifetime. So what a cancer coach does is gives you tools. I work with people one-on-one, and I give you the tools to help strengthen your body, because those treatments that you undergo, unfortunately, not only weaken the cancer cells, but they also weaken your body. Right. So what I can do is also help you alleviate certain side effects from those treatments, like nausea, hair loss, that type of thing, that make you even sicker, anemia from the chemotherapy and those kinds of things. Right. So we offer cancer coaches basically offer treatment in different alternative and complementary medicine as well, and helps to reduce your risks and also recurrence of the cancer. So you want to strengthen your body, because then the cancer gets weaker.
Well, let's get in with the recipe, because I know we have lots to talk about here, but let's walk us through the recipe. What have you brought along here?
So we're actually going to make a smoothie today, and I like juicing. Juicing is fantastic, and it's a really big trend right now. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't have a juicing machine in their home.
Right.
And it's better to get a good one than a not so good one.
That's true. We've heard that before.
Yeah. Okay. So smoothie is something that almost everybody can do, because pretty much everyone has a blender in their house, or a magic bullet or something like that, right?
Right.
And you have the blender of all blenders, the Vitamix.
I do.
I know. This is a top of the line puppy here.
Okay.
What are we putting into
So this
your blender?
particular recipe, this is called the Super Green Antioxidant Smoothie.
Okay.
So we're going to put some spinach, some parsley, and some kale, which is just an amazing superfood.
Right.
People are talking about superfoods these days. Then we're going to put 3 fruits as well. So some grapes, and you want to use black or purple.
Okay.
I'm only putting in half a banana, but you can put a little more if you like. And in this case, we're going to put in some pineapple. You can freeze all your fruits prior to doing this too, because then it just comes out a little colder. Or
that's a good idea.
You can buy organic frozen fruits.
Right.
And I recommend that everybody uses organic fruits and vegetables as much as they can. Okay?
Yeah.
Just because you're going to get more nutritional value and less pesticides and that kind of thing in your juices. And if you're sick, especially, you want to lessen your toxic load as much as you can in your body.
That's a good tip,
okay? And that's where juicing comes in handy. If you are ill, you want to be juicing and not doing smoothies. And these are things that I talk about with people.
Why is that?
The reason, well, because when you're making smoothies, it's great because you're getting all the nutrients, but you're getting a lot of the fiber to the bulk.
Okay.
If you're fighting things like cancer, heart disease, or whatever other chronic diseases, your body can't necessarily break that down, and it just makes it work harder instead of doing other things.
Taking your body in a way by taking your digestive system. Okay, so let's get started here.
All right. So we're just going to take, and this is so easy. You just take your handful of everything and toss it in. Right. You could even use the stem if you wanted to.
Yeah, because you're blending it anyway, right?
Exactly.
So it doesn't really matter.
So just a little bit of that.
While you're doing that, Michelle, wanted to also talk about the Firefighter Risk Prevention Program, which is, of course, near and dear to your heart. As Lois mentioned off the top, you lost your husband to cancer. Tell us a little bit about that program.
Well, he was diagnosed with brain cancer, I guess about 9 years ago now. And after going through the surgery and some of his treatments, it really did a number on his body.
Right.
So I was trying to find ways to help boost his immune system and to help him lessen some of the side effects that he had from that. So I was really surprised to learn that there's so many natural alternatives that you can use to boost the immune system and to fight off these side effects. And so we did some of that, and since he passed away, I became a holistic nutritionist and a cancer coach. And my goal is to to try and implement a cancer prevention program, and really a disease prevention program for firefighters, because unfortunately they are at much higher risks than we are because of the nature of their jobs, the toxic chemicals they're exposed to, as well as the daily stress on their bodies and their overall mental health. So this program, I'm hoping to implement. There's somebody working within the fire department already to get a health and wellness program going.
Right.
So I'm hoping that we'll be able to. We've been chatting, so
Excellent.
hopefully, yes.
And you're going to have some cancer prevention workshops in November 7th and 13th as you work on this.
Yeah.
We'll just tell people about those as well. I guess people can go to newhealings.com
Right.
for all that information. And so you're putting all the grapes in here. Of course, you've got
Yeah.
some 3 powders here.
Yes.
What are those?
So these are chia seeds, which are really a superfood. They contain protein, omega-3s. They're just absolutely in fiber in them. There's everything in these things, and they're just now. The other thing we're going to include is this.
I was wondering what that was.
This is a puree. It's a
Okay.
acai berry.
Oh,
okay. You can also get it in powder form. So I'm just going to throw a little bit of that in there because this is so full of antioxidants. It's the highest antioxidant fruit that you can find.
Oh, really? Okay.
So that helps to, fight off free radicals and boost your immune system. So we're going to add a little bit of the chia seeds.
Okay.
And again, as much or as
I
little as
regret
you
throwing
like.
away my chia pet those many years ago in the 70s now.
Yeah, a little bit of flax.
Right? And the last one there?
Yeah, and this is a little bit of protein powder.
Okay.
So if you can't do whey protein, you can. There are many vegetable sources or plant sources now, and those are great.
Excellent.
To use
So
as
you're
well.
going to add some water and whiz
Yep.
it up, of course.
We
We've
are
run
gonna
out of
add-
time.
okay.
But Michelle, thank you so much for joining us. Again, we're going to tell everybody about that website. It's nuhealings.com. You can go there, find out information about her workshops and more about Michelle as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Whip that up quick because
Yeah.
we're about to
All
go
right.
do some grappling.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to
Okay.
need that because we have Team Bushido coming up next talking about mixed martial arts. We're going to learn all about it in the next segment after the break.